Hi guys, my name is Charlie. Welcome GCSE students to our poetry analysis of The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Now this is one of your required texts.
Which one of your set texts?
Yes, if you're taking the War and Poetry section of the course.
Who's it by?
It's Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle, as we all know. During his youth, he actually was a caterpillar.
If we just look at the title, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, what are the connotations? Get your poetry anthologies out and copy along with us. So what's the annotations, Robert?
I was thinking The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Caterpillars kind of represent animals.
They do, insects particularly.
Insects. I was going to say that one.
The adjective very.
It means...
He's not just hungry.
Yeah, he's very hungry.
And as we were discussing earlier...
Yeah.
It's to do with society, this poem.
Society.
So it's kind of saying how society is so hungry for drama. I know I was in a religious studies lesson the other day, and my RE teacher was just saying how hungry that society is for drama. So this is what we like to think that this story's about.
Look how happy he is.
And nice as a moon. The moon connotates dark and night. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah. It kind of connotes that.
I think we should say first, I think it's really interesting how the poet used pictures to illustrate this. I think it really adds to the world,
I feel like also how the words are very small on the page compared to the pictures. It shows how actions speak louder than words.
That's true. That's true. That was very good. I haven't thought about that before.
Thank you.
It's almost like a second poem, you know?
Yeah.
I could just look at the pictures and think, wow, that's beautiful.
And you see the egg, it's white.
The egg.
What does white connote? I like to think it connotes white milk, kind of like
the milk,
the milk of human kindness. From Lady Macbeth.
Youth.
Innocence, all that. You also see the moon as a smiley face. Now, what does smiley face connote? Happiness, I think.
Happiness, yeah. I was going to say that.
That's really clever.
Sorry. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf.
What's this technique, Robert?
What's this technique? He uses a bit of alliteration there. The little egg that lay on the leaf. The repetition of the L. Yeah.
Which is a
sound.
A sound, which is... It's funny GCSE kids.
Funny GCSE. I love GCSE.
What's the technique?
Anyway, on to the second page.
Onto the second page.
You've got the big sun. It's almost as if the sun and moon are related, you know?
And also, notice how on the first page it's the moon, and then on the second page it's the sun. It's kind of like a passing of time.
Yeah.
And now it's the sun, because now, what does the sun connote? Morning.
Yes. Every time I see the sun, I'm like, wow, it's actually daytime.
The denotation would be that, obviously, Caterpillar is quite small. The sun's quite a large authority figure.
Yes.
Also, it can also say how small the caterpillar is. He's quite hungry. In the end, if you don't know,
yes.
he turns into a big.
That was a good joke.
He turns into a big caterpillar. It also shows how, compared to the rest of the society, he's merely a misfit, merely an outsider into this big, glowing, warm...
Yes.
The sun is warm, it's inviting, it's like bright and colourful.
Yeah.
The caterpillar, merely a little speck.
One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop. Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar.
Now,
Sunday is the day of rest and holiness for Christianity.
It also tells us what day this is on, which is very useful in this poem. The warm sun, again, warm. It's the sun is like new beginnings, warm, nurturing, that kind of jazz. The exclamative and the onomatopoeic exclamative pop.
Yeah.
It tells us
about how he was birthed. You know.
I like to also relate this to GCSEs. You know, when you're in like year 7 and your teacher's like, you may think it's ages away now, but when it's gonna just be really quick. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like society. You think you think you're young forever, but pop is suddenly you're in the danger zone now. A tiny and very hungry caterpillar. It says very hungry caterpillar, which is the title of the poem.
You know, I was actually thinking the combination of the long sentence, because it's a very long sentence again. I think it's like the length of the caterpillar, you know, he's just so long.
And he's just got really ridges.
Yes, ridges. It just goes up and down constantly.
And kind of the movement of the caterpillar, because the caterpillar moves like that, which is very interesting.
Very interesting.
For some reason there's been a little bit of a mix-up.
Maybe you should turn your phone off in class. You disgusting human. He started to look for some food, the next line.
Started? shows the struggle, how tricky it is to look for food in this world. Food being authority, a sense of purpose, a sense of lots of things.
Well, I think that was also the authority there is represented by this picture here of the sun. When the sun is above the caterpillar, it literally shows him being above.
If you've studied this in class, you will already know.
Yes, of course.
The wonders that are to be.
On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry.
Now here, the apple, very good use from the writer here.
I love this one.
The apple is used to talk about Genesis, the origins of the earth.
Yes.
Apple being the forbidden fruits that Adam and Eve were tempted to eat. Monday shows beginning of the week, which links to
the beginning of time.
Genesis, the beginning. It's very... so on the next page, if you flick over, you see the caterpillar flying through.
He's just a speedy boy. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. Now, here I think the 2 pears represent Adam and Eve.
They do. There's 2 people.
Because they both have a pair of eyes.
They do. They really do.
See, that's where it is.
And you also see pears have 2 of those.
Yes,
they have 2 like things.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like how Adam and Eve again have 2 eyes. It's a pair. It's a pair. There's lots of meaning.
Yeah.
It's almost like in Spectacles, Eva Smith, Eve, Adam and Eve. You have the same kind of like. It's pretty much like in Spectacles.
Yeah, it's basically the same book.
The author's going for like.
On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry.
Now there's a bit of repetition. Rule of 3. There's been 3 days so far. What do you think about the plums being blue? Because on this picture, the plums are blue.
By the 3rd day, he's eating through things, and obviously the repetition, he is still hungry. I think kind of shows his sadness. He's starting to, be sad about how much he has to eat. On Thursday, he eats 4 strawberries, and I think this, shows the change in emotion again, and now he's angry. He's angry that you can't eat things and be fat.
In the pictures, the strawberries are topsy-turvy. They are kind of rolling, showing how the week's just rolling along. It just keeps going, just not happening. Friday.
Orange. I think Orange is still angry.
Yes.
He obviously ate through 5 oranges. You're getting the pattern now. The repetition.
The slug to carry on. The oranges are very dirty, showing it's just he's in a pit. He's in a pit.
Almost like the pit of the orange.
What do you think about the capitalisation on the F in Friday?
On Friday, I think
that's quite clever.
I was thinking about it the other day. It's like, the days of the week how they have capitals.
Yeah, it's kind of
exactly
like that.
Yeah,
but it's just got so much more meaning. He was still still hungry. Yes. Now the still isn't underlined, but I'm going to pretend that it is. We flick over to the next page. Now, as you've seen throughout the week, it's been you turn the page after each day.
Yeah.
On Friday he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. Flick over to the next page. It's just 1 double page. What do you think? The fact that it's a double page.
Double page. I think. Once again, I think it's another technique to show the endless amounts of food he has to eat.
He does.
And how it shows how he keeps on eating. I think now's a good time to talk about the 7 sins and the relation to that in this book. No, there's not.
There is 10 things that he eats on the Saturday.
Okay.
GCSE students. My camera is flashing. But doesn't that just show how the hungry caterpillar is so hungry? All of the junk food is on. It's all on 1 page, just showing on that Saturday he just did that,
Here, I think it also represents one of the 7 deadly sins, greed. How he keeps on filling himself up. But no matter how much he eats, it still doesn't satisfy him. He still has to eat more.
AO3, the writer at the time, what was the AO3? What was Eric's child? Is it Eric Carl?
Eric
What's
Carl.
his childhood like?
He was really fat.
Please write that down in your anthology.
It's a poem.
We've got
chocolate cake.
That chocolate cake with a one of those cherry, the cherry things that you
glacé cherries.
Glacé cherries.
That's the word.
You've got red ice cream.
It looks like salmon on an ice cream.
Yeah, it kind of does, which kind of shows how at the start when he was laid by an egg, salmons are also laid by an egg. It's all kind of links from the beginning really and the end.
I never knew you were this intelligent.
As you know, AQA have made it Peasel paragraphs. Point, evidence, explain, zoom, link. This is the link. We've had the zoom where we zoomed on each of the days of the week. and now we're linking. We're linking back, which you've got to do with all your poems in your essay when you do your GCSEs. Make sure to link.
So the next day was Sunday again. We're back to the day of holiness and relaxation.
That's so true.
Christianity.
Holy day.
The caterpillar ate through one nice green leaf, and after that, you felt much better.
Now, what do you think this means, Robert?
See, I was thinking, once again, kind of relating it to Genesis, he's eating the tree of knowledge itself. He's going one step further than Adam and Eve. He's not eating the fruit, he's eating the plant itself.
Completely. And what do trees have? They have roots.
Yes.
He's getting to the root of the problem.
The root of the problem.
The root, leaves also, they have a cell membrane. No, they don't. Yeah,
they might do. Who knows?
They might do. They also have chloroplasts. And what do chloroplasts do? They make it green. And what's he eating? A leaf. And what do leaves have? Chloroplasts. They make it green.
It's the endless cycle.
It's an endless cycle.
Yeah.
Green. He's been told to go green his whole life.
Wow. Now, he wasn't hungry anymore. Now, I think this is really interesting, how he wasn't hungry.
This is kind of like how Donald Trump... Let's link it to modern day politics.
Yes. You get lots of marks on that.
He's got to the point that Donald Trump is at, presidency, but do you really want to be that?
And he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar.
Can I also just say, big and little, they are contrasting. He wasn't a little caterpillar anymore, he was a big...
The juxtaposition is the
juxtaposition. It's, even though it's completely not juxtaposition, I'm just going to say it is.
Doesn't matter, it's fine.
It's a little big. They're contrasting, saying he's not little anymore, he's big. I know that's exactly what it says in the text, but it's got a deeper meaning.
Don't forget that poets always write things for the deeper meaning.
They really do.
They'll never forget anything.
This word here, now.
Now.
It doesn't just mean it's happening right now. It means it's the writer's trying to say this is still happening in modern day. This kind of thing is still going on. You know in Spectacles?
Yes, I do.
How J.B. Priestley is metaphorically the inspector.
Yes.
Coming into the building's house. Eric Carle is...
the hungry caterpillar himself.
I wouldn't say he's the hungry caterpillar. I'd say he's the person who wrote the words on the page.
He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks.
More than 2. What's a word to describe 2 weeks? A fortnight.
A fortnight, yes.
I feel like also Eric Carle is trying to say teenagers have become too obsessed with the game Fortnite.
I feel, yes.
And it's going to turn people into this greedy...
It's very interesting how he predicted that in 1995 when this was written. That's enough poet talk. And then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and...
there was an ellipsis there, which says, wait.
He was a beautiful butterfly. Now, I'm going to make a point going back to the knowledge. Okay, so he had the knowledge, he gained the knowledge, and now he's at the top of the hierarchy. He is beautiful. All you need to do to fit into society is just have knowledge and understand it. And love yourself. Loving yourself is important.
This has been our poetry analysis of Eric Carle's The Very Hungry Caterpillar. I'd say on the same standards of difficulty as you've got Exposure.
I was going to say Exposure, yes. So thank you for watching, and on the 7th day, the caterpillar ate your mum.